Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about craft fairs.
Yeah, right, exactly. The economy is much more affordable, so I might go back, but I do like affordability. You know, so I want to go down about like what you're doing, but it also has to be more efficient.
The top question that comes up with craft fairs is pricing. On my Facebook page, I looked at a lot of different people's ideas. And what it seems on average is that people are charging about 10 cents a page. But again, that depends on style. So for example, on this book in the craft fair, I charged $40. It's around 400 pages and it's mark and fold. So it's a lot faster method than say a cut and fold or something with cardstock. Now I also was very negotiable at the craft fair. You have to decide what your end goal is. My goal was my entire guest room was filled up with these books that I've been using as models for my Etsy store and my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. So I needed to get rid of them, as well as I still wanted it to be fair that I did put a lot of time and effort into them. So what I did is I marked them and then I would take off like $5 or so. So people kind of felt like they were getting a deal, and I think that was a really good method. Now, for example, this book is a cut and fold, and it's very intricate. It has a lot of tabs and cutting. And so this book I charged $60 for. And it had around 400 pages. So again, 10 cents a page is on average. I've also seen people who charge $10 a letter. So again, that would have come out to $40. It just all depends. The second question that comes up all the time with craft fairs is setup and display. So as you can see in the picture, this was the setup I used. I, however, was not thrilled with it. I do wish I had some sort of layering. So if I did my next craft fair, I would definitely have the books in the back up on a level. Maybe I was thinking that maybe I could use like some sort of shoe rack and then like cover that with material. Again, my display was Christmas time, so I did want to have something festive. So I did have some of the greenery and some Christmas ornaments. So you also want to incorporate whatever the style of the craft fair is with you. The cost of the table, depending on the event, you're going to pay between probably $30 and $100 for a table. In this past event that I did, it was held at an elementary school and it was a fundraiser for the PTA. The charge was $70 for a 12-foot area. I also had to donate an item into their raffle. So it just depends on the craft fair. Another really common question is, how do you take payment? Most people at craft fair nowadays are using credit card, so I used Square. Now, I do not have a tax ID number at this point, so what I do is I hooked up my Square account to my Etsy page, so Etsy takes care of all my taxes for me. I know it's more fees that I'm incurring. It's just the way I'm handling it right now. I don't do craft fairs a whole ton, so for me it just made sense at this point. So I am getting a charge from Square and from Etsy. I also do take cash, but again, you do need to charge the tax, and it still has to go through either a tax ID number or through your Etsy store, however you're going to handle it. You still have to do it on the up and up. Most craft fairs will ask for your tax ID number, so be aware if you're in the United States, you probably will have to get one eventually. So that is how I did it at my craft fair. So the big question I think everyone's asking is, how did I do? So at this past craft fair, it is Christmas time. I did okay. I don't think I did amazing. I had probably about 60 books for sale. I probably sold about 10 of them. I think at craft fairs it's very tricky. I got a lot of attention. People really oohed and awed, and that was really nice. And I think I made a lot of great connections in the community as far as teaching classes. So I think all of that was worth it. I think the issue is that people have a hard time paying for labor. They don't really realize how long, it's hours, days, and some of these with cardstock and 180 could be weeks of effort, and people just don't realize that. So I think it's a really hard sell sometimes. So just be aware of that. You might want to either be showing something like maybe an iPad, a video of how you make it, or maybe you want to be demoing it there so people have more of an understanding. So I did okay. I definitely made up. I made a few $100s, and I also obviously covered the cost of everything putting into it. So craft fairs can be tricky, and they also can be a lot of fun. So also I think the connections you make are just as important. So have fun and happy folding.